Hey you guys, it's your girl Alyssa coming to you with a different video today. We are in my kitchen. What you may not know about me is that I really do enjoy cooking. If you don't have me on Instagram, you probably don't know. But at your girl at ChicMarieB, I'm always cooking and doing something with food on my Instagram sometimes, you know. I'm going to show you how I make one of my favorite dishes. It's going to be candied yams. Candied yams, candied sweet potatoes, yams. Let me know what y'all call them down in the description box. I eat these year round, girl. I do not just wait to Thanksgiving and Christmas. I love sweet potatoes. I like to bake them and just eat them with butter and like a side of fish and veggies. And I also love making this sweet dish because I love sweets. I wanted to start off with just one dish instead of going all off and doing like a whole meal, so I can see how you guys respond to cooking videos. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really do. This is like one of my other passions. I love food and I love cooking. So if you are about that life, girl, keep on watching. So I got 3 sweet potatoes here. This is definitely going to have leftovers. This is good for more than one person, maybe 2 or 3. I would say if you're cooking for like a family of 4, because I grew up, you know, it was a family of 4 of us, my mom, my dad, and my sister and me. We made about 4 or 5 large sweet potatoes. And that'll give you a good amount to feed everybody and have some leftovers for tomorrow as well. So I'm going to peel these. Y'all know this is my first video, so I don't really have to set up down packing everything. If you got recommendations, feel free to comment them down below. I always love to hear the feedback. Now I'm taking my knife. So I like to have my sweet potatoes in a circle. You know, this is how we had them growing up. So this is how I make mine. Once I'm done cutting them, I'm going to drop them in here so I can go ahead and rinse them off. You want to try to make them all the same size so they can cook evenly. And you know, they ain't going to be perfect, baby. But basically, just try. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and rinse these off. This is what they all look like. So now I'm going to go ahead and move into making our sauce, which is what the potatoes are going to boil in. I like to use a cast iron skillet because it's just classic and this is just what I've always used. So I usually use 1 stick of butter. This is Trader Joe's brand butter. And it is salted. I don't even like unsalted butter. Like, I don't even know why people buy that. I know in baking it's required when you bake in certain things. I understand that. But, like, when I'm adding butter to something, I want to taste it. So, we're going to start off with a whole stick of butter. Yes, a whole stick, girl. Nobody said this was going to be healthy. Listen. Drop that whole stick of butter in there and don't think twice about it. Okay, and before this melts all the way, I'm going to take some sugar. So this is my sugar container. It has a little measuring cup in here that I use, and it's worth a cup. So I'm going to take a cup of sugar and sprinkle it. And then I'm going to take like half of that, like a cup and a half, and sprinkle it. And then you want to turn this down low, girl, lickety low. Like right now I have it on 1 because we don't want the sugar to burn. We don't want the butter to burn. We don't want anything to burn. And these are delicate. So I have brown sugar. I don't always add brown sugar because I don't always have brown sugar. To be honest, my brown sugar always gets really hard, harder than a rock, and I have to throw it away. I don't know why it gets so hard. I mean, probably because of the molasses in it, and it's probably just old. But today I actually got like some fresh, not hard brown sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in here as well. Y'all know brown sugar, you know, you can just add it if you can. This is not a requirement, but it's just going to add a little bit of that brown sugar taste. My next ingredient is cinnamon. I'm probably adding like a teaspoon. Now I'm going to take ground nutmeg. So this is something that you really have got to add. I'm adding like a teaspoon as well. Because a key to a good sweet potato, this is my opinion. Let me know if y'all agree or if you've even thought about this. The key to a good like candy yam is adding a few spices. So the cinnamon and the nutmeg is going to give it a little bit of dimension. So a lot of times if you go like to the soul food restaurant or really to anybody's house, no shade, the candy yams just taste like sugar. It's just like sugar. Sweet potatoes. which is not bad, especially mixed with the macaroni and cheese, mixed with everything. But when you're just eating like a good candy yam, you want it to have some dimension, and that's what the cinnamon and the nutmeg is going to add. It's going to add some flavor and like a different level of taste to your taste buds. Get them popping. You know, it's jumping on your taste bud. Listen, because it's not just tasting only like sugar. So the nutmeg and the cinnamon is kind of like the contour. You just put foundation on, you're going to be looking flat. Add some dimension with that contour, girl, and then you popping. So now we're just going to mix this. And as you guys know, sugar is a liquid, so it will melt down. So at this point, this is how it's looking, and we can go ahead and add our sweet potatoes, because it's not melted down all the way, which is fine, because the sweet potatoes, when we add them, it's going to help it melt, because the sweet potato is going to add like some moisture to it. So I just pour them in and spread them out. It's gonna look like it's a lot in the skillet, but they're gonna cook down, you know. So then we're gonna add our final ingredient, which is a lemon, about this much, and we're just gonna squeeze that in here. So this is really gonna bring it all the way around, and it's just gonna make it fat, y'all. So you wanna move it around, and you see the juice that it's making once we added the sweet potatoes. You just want to move it off the bottom to make sure it's not burning. And get that liquid down there. And try to get all the potatoes coated. So I still have it on low, but I'm going to turn it up to about 5 now so it can start cooking. We have the sweet potatoes in there, so that will help it not burn. Please note that I will have the recipe in the description box. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and add a top to this, and we're going to let it cook and simmer. Drop it, drop it, drop it. So this is where we are after about 15 minutes. As you can see, it is enough sauce in there to coat all of the potatoes. And they are boiling and cooking and looking so good. You can actually just look at them and tell when they aren't all the way cooked all the way through. So like this one, can you guys see? I hope so. It's like dark and light at the same time. You can see that it's not cooked all the way through. Instead of just like stabbing them and checking them, you know, you can just kind of look at them and tell. You can definitely take one out and taste it, but they won't be done in 15 minutes. I'm just going to let them continue to cook, and we'll be back in about, I guess, another 10 minutes or so. We can turn them down, too. Turn them down back to low, like on 3. Okay, so we are back. The candied sweet potatoes are done, so let's go ahead and check them out. Yes. And as you guys can see, it's so much juice in there, and the sweet potatoes are bright orange, and well, they more like a deep orange, ain't they? They're pretty. I love them. So let's go ahead and taste one, okay? Because that's what we're here for, to taste these bad boys. Which one we want to taste? I'm gonna go ahead with this small one. Okay, I think it's cool enough. Cause y'all know hot sugar mess you up. Oh yes. So let's taste it. It's hot as fuck. Bye. Bye. I love them. Obsessed. Obsessed. They're so good. So it's, damn. I just dropped it. So the potato is perfectly tender and like soft, but they're not soft enough that they're gonna just turn into mash. And you taste the sugar, the butter, the lemon, the nutmeg, and the cinnamon. They all mesh together, and it just makes the perfect like sweet note. So it's like sweet and spicy like nutmeg and cinnamon, and then a little bit of the salt from the butter and the lemon. Is just bad. That's all I can say. Like bomb. Try the recipe out. Let me know if you do. Thank you for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if you try it out, girl. Try it out. And I will see you on my next video. Peace.